for some folks, there isn't a lot of football left to be played, right?
No, it isn't, man. And I've
So,
got two on the clock myself.
well,
So
I've
Oh,
got
I'd
I
love
got
to hear
plenty to
that.
pick from. So, all right, I
I'll,
got
I'll pick. I'll pick from yours then, because I'm not paying attention. I'm snoozing.
that's all
yeah,
right.
I got you. Hey, understandable. Hey,
Okay, I got 3 o'clock. Let's roll this thing.
let's do
Right.
it.
Game day, baby! Let's go!
Welcome everyone to NFL Nation Live. This is our Week 5 show. We've turned the corner into October. Not a lot of football to be played for some folks. We'll talk about that. Maybe we'll put somebody or somebody's on the clock. Interesting week with a lot going on. Some stuff going on next week. We'll get to that as well. Some teams that are on a bye. But before we get to all the craziness, V, welcome to the show. What are your quick first thoughts, my friend, if you have any?
Very quickly, on the programs, they should also instruct us whether we're attending MMA or NFL football, because I saw a little bit of both this past weekend.
There's no doubt about that. There might be some officiating we want to talk about. So, let's keep it rolling. I'm pretty sure Cap's ready. He's probably pretty much always ready. I'm ready. V, are you ready?
I'm on the clock, man, looking for OT. Let's go.
Yeah, you're going to like the intro.
Top 6 answers on the board.
We asked 100 Taylor Swifties, if you had the ball first and goal, what would you do? We'd calm down and kick a field goal. We would fumble the ball. NFL Nation Live, Ref Guru, the Hall of Famer, Wayne Violator Mavry, and as always, the legendary Pirate, Captain Jack, joining you for Week 5. Gentlemen, we've turned the corner. It's not September anymore, it's October. And for some teams, there's not a lot of football to be played. Let's get right to it with some of the teams maybe that are going to struggle a little bit. One of those might be the Green Bay Packers. They got a game coming up on Monday night against the Raiders, but last week, a division game at home against the Lions did not go well. 14-point win for the Lions. Are the Packers in trouble?
Well, listen, Jared Goff had heard a comment made about him, but being
really?
Some poor man's quarterback that he took offense to. But they went in there and they flexed on Green Bay and just came out there with a win. The Lions are for real, gentlemen. They've got their claws sharpened. They've got their heads on straight, and they're ready to run over some people.
So let's talk a little bit about these Detroit Lions as Frenchy Fuqua puts his hat on there. So, Dr. French Fry, how you doing this week?
I tell you, it's Detroit, and it's a poor man's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford, yes.
Stafford.
That was him.
You gotta say that shit right, man. You got to. If you don't do it right.
Did you say
like an imbecile?
Did you say poor man's Pepe Le Pew?
Oh, don't get me started, Mr. with your and your mail. I don't want to even talk about your
the Packers kind of stunk it up.
Pepe Le Pew. I got your Pepe Le Pew right here.
Well, I'm sure you probably do, and you probably got some fries
to go with that. In there too.
Okay, so this week, where are you at this week, Pepe?
It's Jean-Paul Jacques. I told
that's right, Dr. French Fry. Right.
Don't
Sorry.
F with them, Jean-Paul Jacques.
You guys play nice.
You have a PhD in canola oil. Where are the Lions this week? Oh, they're at home against Carolina.
Leon.
Yeah,
We went
doesn't
over
matter.
this last week. You even see Mr. Red Shirt. Oh, I want to wear something different so I stand out. Ooh, I'm so cool. I'm wearing red because I want to be a Swifty. I got
No,
your
because it's
Swifty
hot.
right here.
No,
You,
it's
you want
hot
your
where I'm
Swifty?
at. You know,
I'm surprised you don't have
that's
a big 8-7 on there too, so everybody can kiss your ass like that. I
yeah.
don't want to hear about
That's a
that.
really good thing there. I didn't really think about the red being a Taylor Swift thing, but that's really good. I'm glad you caught
Yeah,
on to
you
that. The
are. Shut
subliminal
up.
message is actually working. Welcome
Yes.
to the show, everybody. I'm trying to get the chat up. Hopefully, your comments will come in in
You're
a minute.
trying to get
Oh
it
yeah.
up. I've held that from your wife too.
Salute
Let's see.
all of you
Oh,
guys.
Cool Kev's already in there. Campbell
Yeah.
brought the soup for the stinky Wisconsin cheeseheads. Woo! That's a loaded statement. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Well, we'll see if they're going to carry that over to Las Vegas this week. Detroit's got a bye week at home this week against the Carolina Panthers. Atlanta went into London to take on the Jacksonville Londoners. Not a surprise that Jacksonville won, quite frankly, guys. We talked about this last week. Jacksonville's got the whole routine down. They've been doing this for a while. Teams that don't do this a lot struggle when they go over there for all kinds of reasons: the food, the travel, who knows, whatever, lost luggage, who knows. But Jacksonville got away with an important win. I know it's an interconference win, but this AFC South thing is starting to go sideways a little bit, and so for them a win against anybody at this point helps a lot. And they're going to need another one this week against Buffalo. But I don't think anybody was surprised that Jacksonville is that an empty ring box?
Hey, boy, you're on point there, red shirt.
Hey, sometimes I get with the program. Is that because Jacksonville's missing a ring?
It's just like the guy wrote.
Oh, I
What's up,
get it.
Willie?
I tell you what, like I said, if you watch the Phillies game the other night, and what the right fielder, I can't.
Is this NFL a
Well,
baseball
hey,
live?
but the point is made that when he got the double, he did this. I thought he was
Oh yeah,
off.
no, it's a
He
good
was
point.
showing
Yeah,
What's
things
up, Kel?
yeah, no, it's a good point. That's a good point. Now there's some more of that going on this week up in Niagara Falls. The Miami Dolphins went to Buffalo, and Buffalo said, not this week. They kind of shut down a Dolphins team that had been putting up a lot of points. Not a total surprise. I don't remember what we were on the board last week, Miami
I
or
said
Buffalo,
Buffalo.
but the
Yeah.
Bills got it done. They got another one this week. They got to go to London and play Jacksonville. If they survive that with the win, Buffalo's going to definitely be for real in the AFC. I'm a little concerned about that since Jacksonville didn't have to travel. But what do you think about the Dolphins? Of course, they put up 70 points against whoever that team is out of Denver that they're allegedly calling the Broncos. But so we know that the Dolphins were not as good as they looked against Denver. But going into Buffalo in a game, early in the season, and trying to get a division win on the road didn't really pan out for them.
You talk about balancing the scales. I think they took the spikes out of their track shoes and then they served them an extra serving of buffalo chips.
Yeah. Jacksonville deep fried the dirty birds, and did they did. Yep. 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 Well, Miami goes home, play New York this week. Buffalo goes to London and play the London Jaguars. So I'd say
Hey, I'm
Buffalo got the
invited to
raw
a
end of that
wedding.
deal.
You guys aren't. You
I'm
guys
not.
aren't invited to a wedding.
Who's
No,
getting
I'm
the
not.
ring?
No.
Maybe Kel. I'll see what my plans are. October. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Minnesota beat Carolina. No surprise there. Minnesota got off to Schneid. The Broncos win. Chicago beat the Bears. This is a Bears team now that plays tonight in a couple hours because it is indeed game day, as our Hall of Famers so pointed out. Yeah.
Let's go.
But yeah, LFG. But you got to give Denver a lot of credit going into Chicago and beating the Bears for what it's worth. It's a win for Denver. Puts the AFC West in a little bit of a, what for at this point. But I'm not sure Denver's really that good. Maybe the Bears though are that bad. What do you guys think? I think the Bears are in trouble. They should probably should be. Well, we put them on the clock last week. I said that if they're not on the clock, they should be. So at this point, I have us as Arizona, Carolina, and Chicago on the clock. So we've got plenty to choose from this week. They're going to go into Washington tonight and play the Commodores. Guys, I don't know if the Bears can do anything at this point.
You know what? I give Coach B Enemy all the kudos. This Commandos team, uh, Commodores, have a whole different personality than just a year ago.
Well,
So
that's
don't
true.
so don't tell me it can't change from season to season. These guys have a different swag about them. Everybody that plays them better watch out.
Yeah, except maybe the Giants. They gave the Eagles all they wanted last week, right? In Philadelphia. I know it's a division game, so teams know each other. But um, anyway, where are we? Baltimore winning to Cleveland, beat up on the
Mm,
Deshaun Watsonless Browns.
mm.
The Browns are kind of Jekyll and Hyde at this point, right? We don't know if they're going to win or lose. They have a bye this week, so we're not going to learn any more about them. But is this a Ravens team has turned the corners after a couple shaky weeks now, or they just found Cleveland on a bad day? Because
I
they're gonna need Pittsburgh on a bad day, right?
Yeah, I think they found Cleveland on a bad day, and they definitely missed the running
Watson.
back Chubb.
Oh, Chubb, yeah, no doubt.
Watson did not have a great day.
Well, he didn't play,
No,
did
he
he?
didn't even play. So that's how bad his day was.
Yeah, I
But
was gonna say there are other people
but
who
they
had a better
definitely
day than he did.
missed Chubb, and that offense just looked stagnant.
Yeah,
And like I said, that I wouldn't rate the Ravens too high just yet because
but
they haven't met their toughest opponents yet.
no, that's true. But this is this is a Cleveland team that the Ravens held to 3 points. I think the thing that was disturbing for me, and I could have my facts wrong, so I'll apologize up front for that. But the news that I got on Watson was that he could have played
Yes.
but he decided not to. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Obviously, if they're not healthy, they shouldn't play. But if he was cleared to play and just decided not to, I'm not sure that's the team leadership. The Browns are looking forward to the
Was he
division
on
game
the
against the Ravens.
sidelines?
Yeah, he was on the sidelines on sweats.
Oh, okay. Well, that means he didn't take a powder like Cool
Oh.
Kev said he was at the Wild Orchid. That's why I asked.
Well,
That's
I'm
the
just
only
saying
reason
though,
I asked.
the story that I got, probably from NFL Network, maybe ESPN, was that he could have played, and maybe that's not true. But if he could have played, just chose not to against a division team at home,
Right.
I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of message that sends to your team if it sends a message. I'm not implying that it does, but
Well,
in
they
any
just
case,
call it a healthy scratch nowadays.
yeah, okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a healthy scratch.
yeah, I know.
Right
I
here.
got
By the way, the other
I got
thing
4 or
is that
5 of them.
if you guys see me doing, I'm doing my machine gun. So every time we mention the Commodores,
Yeah.
if you see me that, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can.
Yeah.
And when you got the Commodores playing machine gun, yeah, I'm going to jam out, man. So, and if you don't know what we're talking about, go to YouTube, Commodores
Okay.
machine gun. It's all instrumental. It's effing amazing.
I'll have to
That's all I'm
do
just
that
gonna
because
say.
I don't even know who the Commodores are. But okay, my sister does. I'll ask her.
Good dancing.
Uh,
Good dancing. That's all I'm gonna say.
She's older than I am. Pittsburgh went into Houston and got their butt slapped by the Texans. This is a Texans team now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's on the surge. I don't know. I don't know what we got out of this game, guys. Pittsburgh
I
team
got
is
a lot of
I know. But
satisfaction.
hold that thought. But I don't know if we got a Pittsburgh team that's in complete disarray at this point, or we got a Texas team that everybody has decided is not the homecoming game that they thought it was going to be.
Go ahead, Cap. Since you're starting.
No, I think the guy in the red shirt said it best. Is like everybody poo-pooed.
Yeah.
That's you. That's you. This guy.
Oh, okay.
That guy.
Copy that.
Okay?
All right.
Okay. Everybody thinks that Houston, like I said, is the team he's scheduled for homecoming in college. That it's going to be a runaway. I tell you, D'Amico Ryans. As soon as he does a little bit more with that defense,
Yeah.
they're gonna take that division and turn it upside down. They're gonna be a Texans team like they were a couple years ago. And was it under Crennel that they actually were decent?
Yeah,
I think it was
maybe
Crennel.
he was a DC for a little bit and then the head coach. But
Yeah. And he's going to make that team good.
Oh yeah.
And I said they got a fantastic quarterback in Stroud.
Yep.
Actually, I think Stroud is playing a lot better than I gave him credit for.
Yeah.
But he's definitely outplaying all of the other people that were picked in the first
Yeah.
round.
Yes.
Bryce, what's his nose over in Carolina, can barely get out of his. He's going to be
Right.
broken in half sometime soon.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what O'Connell has.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen Will Levis yet, to my knowledge, because
No.
they're still trying to figure out what they got. It's either going to be Willis or Levis eventually when Tannehill goes. So we don't even know. But I tell you what, watch out for the Texans team. They're, like I said, they're not a blowover like people
no,
thought they were.
and that's a good point, Cap, because remember last year we had the Texans on the clock early. This year we didn't. And one of the reasons why we didn't, when we said early in our pregame shows, we want to see what we've got out of this Texans team, and it's going to take 3 or 4 weeks to find out. And sure enough, here we are. So if you're paying attention on the show, we already predicted some of that because we said up front we weren't sure. That's why we didn't put them on the clock. Last year we had the Jets on the clock before the season even started. But I think Houston was in there pretty early. Cool Kev is right. Houston gave Pickett some burnt brisket. It was certainly well done for that from that standpoint. I mean, it's a 24-point win, guys.
The Raiders
This is 24 points. They put up 30 points against that Steelers defense. So
They're
I guess
real,
the Raiders made the Pittsburgh defense look a lot better than they were.
Either that or the Texans really had the what do you call it, that urn real hot and melted that curtain a little bit. I think the curtain melted a little bit over there.
I agree. And here's the other thing. I mean, it's the second road game in 2 weeks for Pittsburgh. You had to go to Las Vegas and then they go to Houston. And I'm not sure.
No, Pittsburgh had a home game the week before.
Oh, they did?
Yes, the week before.
In Vegas.
Oh,
okay.
I was at that one. Yeah, it was a home game.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Oh, that's
that
right.
was the away game
that's
for
right.
me. Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. That's right.
Absolutely, Cap. You're on point. It was a home game for them.
Yep. Yeah. The Rams went to Indianapolis, man. The Colts gave the Rams all they wanted to after the Rams got up early. This is a Colts team now. I think that's got Houston and Jacksonville in their sights. So we're going to find out just exactly what we've got in the Indianapolis Colts this week at home against the Tennessee Titans. They need this win against the folks from Southern Indiana. And Jonathan Taylor's going to impact them also.
You talking about Tennessee yet, or am I early?
You're a little early, but you got Indianapolis this week. You got to go to Corntown and play the Indianapolis Colts. Probably without Jonathan Taylor. How do you think you stack up against them horseshoes?
Oh, you want me on now?
Yeah, sure. What the hell?
Well, wait a second. Hey, Becky, hold my calls. I'm on the TV.
We're just like the NFL. We're semi-scripted, so go for it.
I got semi-scripted. My brother is semi-scripted as well. That's why he's in the hospital. He's going through some changes right now. His name is Daryl, but he's going to come out Darylina.
So
he's semi-scripted
for those
too.
that are just joining us, Whiskey Jack is special guest on show.
Whiskey Jack. He a good old boy, ain't he?
Oh yeah.
Damn straight. He ain't too bad for a Southern.
Well, no, and you get the whole Kansas City Chiefs red thing and the ref shit over here, right? Because Mahomes and we're all exchanging jerseys now.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, Jack.
What am I talking about? I told Becky to hold my calls. What the hell am I talking about?
You're talking about playing the Indianapolis Colts this week, even though we're a little early.
Wait a second. I got to tell my wife and sister to hold. Hey, Becky, hold my calls.
Both of them.
I had to tell them both.
It's not like 1-800 Whiskey Jack is ringing off the hook, but you could send it to voicemail.
Becky, I get it all with one fell
Oh, I
swoop,
see.
You
You're on.
And when I get a
not
divorce, she'll
subscription.
still be my sister.
Welcome to the show, Rich.
What's up, Rich?
Yep.
Anyway, I tell you what, it depends. It depends. How many syllable in the pants? I got to buy those from I have some leakage as well, so I got to find them at the store. Those Depends.
Just use some liquid plumber.
Yeah. Anyway, it depends on who's playing for the horseshoes. Because horseshoes are good in Kentucky and Tennessee when you're at the racetrack, but not good when you're on the football field. If they got that big old boy playing quarterback from down south,
indeed, Rich.
He might kick our ass.
Well, we'll see. All right. Well,
Let's see.
Whiskey, why don't you?
Gotta go. Oh, I gotta go. I got some moonshine. Gotta
Yeah, I
sell.
don't blame you. The market price for that's got to be almost zero. Anyway, the Rams got the win. The Colts made it a game, but that was a good win for the Rams. The Colts can still turn things around, but they need that win at home this week against the Tennessee Titans. Tampa Bay went into New Orleans and beat the Saints. This was a game last week that we weren't sure how it was going to go because the Saints have been playing decent, I guess, and they were at home. But now we got a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that, or full Pirates team, if you will, that I think the NFC South has to reckon with. What do you guys think?
Look, to me, that's the continuation of the Baker show. Now, because New Orleans had Carr in, so everybody was so-called healthy. But I think that Baker show, they've got a different swag about them with Mr. Baker in there. And they just continue to roll on people. Now, granted, they're in that NFC South, so who knows?
Somebody's got to win it.
Somebody's got to win it.
Somebody's got to win it, and they could be the Houston Texans, so to speak, of the NFC. We'll see. Washington went into Philadelphia.
One interesting stat there, Red Guy, is that the Raiders last year was leading the league in field goals, if I'm not mistaken. You know who's leading the league right now in field goal opportunities? New Orleans.
New Orleans and field goals?
So they actually did get across the 50?
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, do I need to, connect the dots?
Yes. Dot.
Oh, I do?
No, you don't.
Okay,
no, don't do it. Don't do it. We got it. They're right there.
They might not be leading the league, but they are a leading team
for field goals
in field goals.
Okay.
This year already.
Well, good. Maybe I'll put their kicker on my fantasy team. Washington went into Philadelphia, gave the Eagles all they wanted. This is a 3-point win for Philadelphia in overtime. Philadelphia not ready to play. Washington all jacked up on some Tennessee something or other that Jackson. What happened there?
Now I talked to a couple of Philly fans who are kind of nervous as I am. They have all this amassed talent, Super Bowl, team, and they're kind of stumbling. But, I give credit to the Commodores being so jacked up.
Well, they definitely have a game plan that everybody ought to be paying attention to if they want to beat the Eagles, including the Rams, who are going to be at home this week against Fly Eagles Fly. Cincinnati went into Tennessee. And Whiskey Jack gave him a couple of corn dogs and some popcorn and sent him home without.
Am I on again?
Yes, you're on again, Whiskey. Because
what are we talking about? The game from last week?
Yeah,
I already talked about the game from next week.
I know.
The hell you doing, boy?
Well, it's my show, but
and then you put me on again.
Well, no, but that's because you're back by popular demand. That's why you're back. But we did.
I tell you, my buddy was listening to those Commodore. Hey, you ever heard that song, Machine Gun?
Yes, sir.
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I busted a
Whiskey
or two.
Whiskey, you got the win against the Cincinnati Singles.
Of course, we got the win against those.
Well, it was a 24-point win at home, which kind of was a little bit of a surprise. But
how much money is that quarterback making? I could use that much. I mean, even some of the stuff that like when you get rid of the decimal points, I'll take 0.1% of that contract that Burrow guy got. I can buy a house with it with indoor plumbing.
What I would say is you could win a lot less games than the Bengals will lose with a lot less money.
Like I said, I just need indoor plumbing because I'm kind of tired of going outside when it's cold.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But this week, you got the Colts, but you got the win against the Bengals. So congratulations on that.
We kicked that ass.
I think the bigger question here, y'all, is are the Cincinnati Bengals on the clock?
I think they're winding it up, Ref.
We're gonna wait.
It was a way that the Titans dismantled them. That's why
we're going to wait one more week to see if they get beat by the Cardinals or.
Remember the Titans.
I'll tell you what, though. No, I got you, Cap. But I mean, are the Bengals are I mean, they're in a must-win situation now for at least the next 6 weeks if they want to try to turn this around. But it's going to be interesting. Hey, Ed, welcome to the show. All right. Las Vegas went into LA to take on the Chargers. This didn't really end like we wanted to. What do you guys want to talk about with regards to this one?
Where you want to start? It didn't start like we thought. It didn't end like we thought. And I saw some MMA in between.
Cap or V, refresh my mind on any officiating calls you want to talk about.
You take one, I'll take one. You take another, I'll take another. So
well, it's only an hour show, so try to keep it to 20.
I'm gonna call a phantom pass interference there. Just
you
asinine.
think?
Yeah, just asinine. That's all I want to say.
Which one? The OPI on 16?
Yes.
That was ticky-tack?
Yes.
Or the non-OPI on the last offensive play of the game for the that meant anything for the Garglers that was not called?
Yeah.
Take your pick, man.
Take your pick. Yeah, take your pick.
Ticky-tack versus ticky-tack non-call.
It was John Hussey's crew, man.
Yeah. And you called it. You called it last week.
Yeah. It was John Hussey's crew.
I got him circled.
I know you do.
I tell you, I did get a chance to talk to him last year. They might throw me out of the game if he's at a game that I'm at.
Yeah. Thanks, Kev. I appreciate that. That there. But hey, Jay, welcome to the show. We've got Brad Allen's crew this week. This is actually a balanced crew. I really don't think we're going to be talking about anything egregious like we have prior. Sarah Thomas is on this crew. She doesn't have any history with regards to the Raiders, and I don't think she cares at this point.
You're gonna smile all over me.
The rest of the crew don't really know them, just from what I've observed on the field. But I think for Monday night, they gave us a little bit of a break. I think last week we said we were going to probably get Brad Allen or Sean Oakley. So here we are.
Hey, I got a question for you, Rep.
Okay,
I'm sorry, it's unscripted, and I'm a Budinsky. I like what Ed put. Tillery got kicked out was wrong. The 15-yard penalty was right on because he had a lot of pent-up frustration. I saw that coming a mile away. But what I didn't like was the fact that they tacked on, I should say, him being ejected when there was a melee. So if you're going to kick somebody out for a melee, and I didn't see any punches thrown, why in the hell, if it's a melee, if there's punches thrown, then wouldn't you expect maybe a gargler to be thrown out as well?
At least one or two.
Yeah, I agree that the now, and remember on this show, we've learned that the difference between defensive holding and DPI is whether or not the ball's in the air. Okay. The difference between personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct is whether or not it's a live ball or dead ball. So personal fouls is a live ball foul, and sportsmanlike conduct is a dead ball foul. So I'm just throwing that in there. But you're right. There was one thing to have the unsportsmanlike conduct piece for the duck goose tap out of bounds.
Oh no, he clicked them. And
come on.
Well, I tell you what, that was a year's worth of I wasn't able to touch your ass when I was on your team. I had a lot of pent up frustration. And they know that. You know they were watching for it. That's why he got ejected. So the 15-yard penalty was warranted because he clocked him. But what was not warranted was him being kicked out. That was retaliation. I agree with you. The ejection call is New York John Hussey thing. Probably not even John, really, quite frankly. I think that whoever it was, you're number one with me, buddy.
Well,
that's Walt Anderson. Man.
And I would have felt better about that if it had been some of the boats thrown out too.
What about them slamming Hunter to the ground?
Yeah, too. Yeah.
If that had been anybody else, that would have been 15 yards.
Yes. Easy.
We won the game. MMA. We won the last game with the women on the officials team. Okay.
I'll take Kev's word for it.
Me too.
We'll have to
Well,
put in that
there's
weekly
two, right?
request.
There's two. There's
Yes, it's two
Sarah,
right
and
now.
then
Yeah.
Sarah.
the other one's slipping my mind. But
She's not as known yet as
right,
Sarah.
Chaka. Is it Chaka? Yeah.
It's the black gal, right?
Yes.
I'll get her name for you. But
Yeah.
Is it Shaka? Shaka Khan is a referee
No.
now.
I
Shaka
can't.
Khan.
All
Shaka Khan win a Rocky. Shaka Khan.
right.
Win a
God
Rocky.
damn it.
That's all I want to do.
Now you're gonna make me look it up. Shit, hold on.
That's what
Mia
I do,
Chaka.
man.
Mia
Mia
Okay,
Chaka.
or Maya.
Chaka.
M-A-I-A. Maya Chaka.
Probably Maya.
Maya Chaka.
Could be May.
Yeah.
Shaka
Yeah.
Khan.
Hmm.
And if she's picking up any pointers from Sarah, she's going to be all right.
Good.
Personally, I haven't liked a lot of what I've seen from her, but again, she's fairly new, so it is what it is. They're pushing all these people through the program way too fast.
Right.
But I mean, look at Alan Eck, he's a white hat for crying out loud, came out of freaking nowhere. What about them? Oh, we talked about that. Okay. Well, it was a loss. We talked about it being a loss. We talked about the officiating crew. We do have a decent crew for Monday night. And it's a high profile game.
One final before I go, sir. I'm very
No, it's
sorry.
okay. Go ahead.
Did you see the picture that I posted at the very end when they're basically in victory formation and John Hussey is all smiles and giggles and glee, with the oh my God, it's so good to see, and hit the umpire, the other guy that's the schmuck on the crew, is right basically giving a nice grab ass.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's like, of course, there's no biasness.
No, it doesn't mean anything.
No bias.
No, you're just reading all that into it, Cap. Come on.
Yeah, I got you reading.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
in.
Yeah.
Stevie could see
Boy,
that.
Boy Scout salute on that one.
Yeah.
Raiders winning Monday. Let's go. We're going to be talking about that one. I don't know. We'll see. This is a game that Monday night game is a game they can win. They should win. But
yeah, they definitely should win.
The Packers aren't going away. The Packers are 10 days rest after that loss last week against the Lions. You don't think they're pissed off? Not the really week that I would want to have Green Bay coming into town. But
maybe the 10 days they've relaxed a little bit, Ref. That's what I'm hoping. Maybe they've relaxed in their 10 days. We're the ones that's supposed to be pissed off.
You would think.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if the Raiders know how to be pissed off. Except
ask the fan base about being pissed off.
I mean, I know it's October, but that doesn't mean you have to go out there and play like a bunch of
Gary Tillery's.
Crucial catch. So it's time to go to Coach B because you got your ass handed to you in Dallas last week. 35-point win by the Cowboys. Zeke didn't even show up. Coach B, you not only can't not be moving on to Cincinnati, but you better hope the hell you beat the Saints this week.
Yeah, I can't. What the hell?
Is it say Hall of Framed?
Hall of
Framed?
Hey, schmuck, red guy, shut up. Okay, this is I'm just trotting out. I got my gold jacket over there. I'm trying it on.
Does it fit?
I'm actually going to start wearing it on the sideline.
I'm surprised that hat's not too small for your head.
Well, this is an XXXXXL.
I got you. Wow.
And it's a little small, but I'll take it.
So so you
Coach
weren't a factor last week in Dallas. We knew you weren't going to be. We told you you're going to get beat. I think you're going to beat the Saints this week, but I think it's going to by accident. Quite frankly, you're lucky that game's in New England or at the Razor, if you will, in Cambridge or wherever the stadium's at. So maybe you can beat the Saints this week, but the division is getting away from you a little bit here.
Hey, Red, is Carr playing?
Is what?
Is Carr playing?
I don't know.
If Carr's playing, we're going to win.
Okay. Zeke was eating Texas chili in his New England. Yeah, I think he ate it before the game. Because that was a bunch of stuff they left.
Hot air left on the field.
Yeah, there's some cow poop out there.
If Carr's playing, we got the game. I'm not even going to wake up from my nap until the second half starts.
It's one thing for you to say Carr's playing, you're going to win. You got Mac Jones. That's not really a step up.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm not doing my response. I saw no need for him to stay further.
Yeah.
I saw no need for him to continue the game further.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask me something.
So why did he even start
I
the
saw
season?
no need for him to stay further.
Yeah. But what about the rest
Go
of the
ahead.
season?
Ask me another question.
You moving on to Cincinnati?
I saw no need for him to stay in the game
Coach
further.
B,
You
rare form.
you like chocolate sauce on your ice cream?
I saw no need for him to stay in the game further.
Arizona went into San Francisco and got
I
beat.
saw no need. Oh, sorry, we're on to another
Yeah,
game.
finally, because everybody went to sleep. There is a kickoff in about
Yeah.
Legend Dick Buck. Oh no,
Wow.
What
Wow,
happened?
that's the
no.
Oh
Dick
wow.
Buckets is dead.
Dang man, I tell you.
Oh,
Thanks,
I'm
for
not
that
even
news,
Christian,
Justin.
but I'll
Yeah,
give
we
it props.
oh,
wow.
that's
Man.
messed up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks for that. Thanks for the
Yeah.
news. But thanks for letting us know.
We just saw him in
Justin.
Chicago a couple weeks ago,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Wow.
Man, well, that puts a damper on the old show,
Yeah, well,
guys.
man.
Man,
That's a bummer.
that is. Well,
Here's the Dick.
yeah,
There you go. Salute.
yeah, man.
Mm.
Arizona took a
Pardon me.
bath in Napa Grape One. Yep. That New Orleans O line is garbage. Every play, he has about a second to throw. That offense corner doesn't drop a lot of good plays. Well, you can't disagree with that. I don't. We'll get to the games next week, y'all, in a little bit. But I'm taking New England actually. Um, Arizona went to San Francisco, got beat by the 49ers. It's a 19-point win for San Francisco. Arizona, they're playing hard. They're putting up a lot of points. They're going to need them this week against Cincinnati, a team that's in basically desperate point to win. But Arizona, for being whatever they are, they're 18th in scoring, so they're in the middle of the pack. Obviously being in the top 10 would be a lot better. But anyway, Kansas City beat the New York Jets and the Taylor Swifties and all that other craziness.
Oh my God!
I'll tell you what, you guys. Kansas City was not ready to play. And the Jets punched them in the mouth, and they should have won. And a lot of it was on the controversial DPI call.
Yes.
And if you listen to the Jets defensive back, his explanation is absolutely correct. The offensive player ran into me. It's like, what are you supposed to do when they literally run into you, and then you got flagged for DPI?
Yeah, good coaching and acting.
That was the fourth worst call in the history of football.
Yes. But more than
who ran into him?
Somebody from the Chiefs. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, I'm just saying it probably. I mean, granted, he was wearing the right colored uniform at the time, because that was a setup of a setup of a setup. And I've never seen, and actually, I would like to see some animation by our coach.
Ooh.
Because Robert Saleh was
livid
beyond conniption, fit level. Just blowing his stats.
And he should have been.
I'd like to see that from the Raiders coach. I like Robert Saleh.
Yep.
Damn good coach.
Yep. Players coach.
Doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, he would be great.
Yeah. He knew that was a hose job. That's why he responded.
Yeah. And then like with the intentional grounding and I'm like, dude, I see it, and they didn't freaking call.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that either. And I don't understand. It's one thing for us to all argue about the calls, and the NFL can put whatever spin on it that they want to, all. But the problem is the optics are bad, and it's messed up. And as long as Walt Anderson is in charge, it's going to be messed up. They got problems with the back judge mechanics that I don't understand. Why they got the back judge in the middle of the field, turning around, watching plays instead of dropping back. This stuff's messed up, man. It's beyond messed up. Seattle went into New York, took care of the Giants. Are the Giants really that bad? The Seahawks. Look, the Seahawks. We talk about the travel all the time, and on this show, rightfully so, your Giants guy Cap has been, has said, I think it was him said, the travel's not really that big a deal. It's not exactly what they said, but alluded to the sense that the
Oh,
travel.
you're talking about 17-year-old Gabe.
Yeah, maybe he may have been the
He's
one.
not on here. I'm
Yeah,
surprised. Normally he's here.
yeah. I missed his comments, but anyway, Seattle went all the way to East Coast, took care of the Giants. Is the Seattle team really that good? They sneak it up on people, or the Giants just that bad? I think the Giants are just that. I think the Seahawks are pretty good, but I don't think they're that good in terms of blew out the Giants good.
They're not
But
giant killers.
right, but I think the Giants are hurting in a lot of ways. One of them is not having Barkley, right?
Oh yeah, definitely they missed Saquon. But I want to say this about the Hawks. I think Pete
Walt
Carroll,
Disney University.
Pete Carroll knows how to inspire these guys to overachieve, and that's what I saw in that
Yep.
game.
Yeah.
Yep.
These cats are a bunch of no-name dishpans,
They
but
are.
they whooped ass.
They did. And they're probably headed for a wild card spot by doing just exactly that. And if they go into Dallas, Cowboys better be ready to play because you assume the Eagles maybe have the bye or San Francisco has the bye.
Somebody mentioned Dallas.
Well, not yet.
Yeehaw!
Not yet.
Let me know when I'm on,
Okay,
brother.
I will.
I'll be there for
Yeah.
you, Mr. Red Shirt.
Well,
Yeehaw!
there's 2 games we want to spend a little, 3 games maybe we want to spend a little time with this week, but we'll get to our week 5 games after the break here. But it was a bummer we didn't get a win.
Yeah,
but
it was
anyway.
It was more than a
more
bummer.
than that.
Was,
Yeah, but we'll discuss that one.
Horrible. Oh, or as Charles Bart, it was terrible.
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 Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, them and
terrible.
Milwaukee Brewers. Jesus, we'll be back in a minute.
Hey, tell me.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to NFL Nation Live. We've closed the books on week 4. We've turned now into October. Like we said earlier, there's not a lot of football for some teams left to be played. One of those is probably Chicago Bears. They're going into Washington tonight to play the Commodores, and I don't see it ending well for Chicago. Do you guys have Washington in the win at home tonight?
Yeah, I'm taking the Commodores at home. The crowd's going to be, I'm taking the Commodores at home. I just think that the enemy is going to have these guys focused. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And,
Commodores rule, baby.
And a big hello to Lou. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Let me put
That's right,
let
Lou.
me put the chat back up. Yep.
Yeah.
Appreciate your comments, y'all.
Thanks, Jay.
Yep. All right. Jacksonville's going to play Buffalo in London. The Bills now, after win at home last week against Miami, are going to fly across the pond to play the Jacksonville London Jaguars that haven't left town after their win last week in London against the Atlanta Falcons. Who's got the advantage? I think that Jacksonville, if they're not drinking too much of the pub juice there, probably are going to be relaxed, ready to play. Buffalo's clearly the better team. Who do you guys like?
I'm taking the Buffaloes in this to bring the wings with them and just fly all over the Jags.
They better bring the sauce with them because, Jackson, this is a trap game for Buffalo, right? They got to fly all the way over there. They got jet lag. And look, B, I hear you. I like Buffalo as well, but they're going to have to stay focused and play like they mean it because this is a total trap game for them to go all the way over there. And on top of that, they don't have a bye. Wait a minute. Do they have a bye next week? No. They go home to play the New York Giants, and they're at New England. So they don't get a break here. So
well, and they asked for that because I asked about that.
Yeah, no, it's a good point.
They said that the NFL gave the team the option, said, would you like to go and get the bye right after your trip to, across the pond? And they said no. So, I will take that as a sign of confidence
or cockiness
that they're going to go over there. It also depends upon when they went over.
Right.
If they went over early after their game, after blowing the snot out of the fish.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. I would say that they went over there. If they went over early, got accommodated, or is that like accommodated? Anyway,
Accommodated, yeah, something like
there you go. Yeah, I'm about ready to dance again.
that.
If they got accommodated early, I think that they will take the Jags. It's gonna be like I said. The Jags got them by that they're acclimated, but if Buffalo went over there early and gets the game done early and then flies back,
They'll be okay.
they'd be okay. I don't know who they're playing next week, but the
They
fact
play
is
the
that
Giants
they said,
at home.
well,
So they'll
then
be
that's
okay.
and that
They'll be
yeah,
okay.
they'll be okay. They'll be okay.
They'll
Well,
be okay.
you would, yeah, no, I agree with you that all that should take place, but it didn't work for Atlanta. Is all I'm saying. I know Atlanta's not Buffalo,
Yeah.
but going over there when you don't know the routine like Jacksonville is a thing. Yeah, and Anna's right, unless they have jet lag.
Yeah.
Why is Mark Davis giving UNLV $1 million so he can use that for the players? Because it's tax deductible and it makes him look good.
It's tax deductible. It's good for him, and he can't use it for the players because there's a salary cap.
Yeah, well, and on top of that, the
Good question,
word out of
though. I
Las Vegas is that if you're the place where the other team goes to win, then sells tickets, right? I mean, I don't think
yes, it does, but not our fans.
I don't think he cares about our fans.
He does not care about our.
Houston's going to go into Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Okay, so a short road trip for Houston. I think they can go in there and take care of business. I think Atlanta will mess with them a little bit more than maybe the Steelers did last week, but I like Houston on the road. Is that a stretch? Or are we okay there?
I'm taking Houston to continue their wicked ways over in the land of the Dirty Birds.
This is a game where, I know it's an interconference game, so it's not AFC, it's not division. But if Houston wants everybody to start paying attention, then you go on the road and you win games like this, right? And you don't win them 14-13. You go in there and win them, 35-10, something like that. I think the Falcons will give you some trouble. I think Houston is the football pick. I wouldn't say Atlanta winning is necessarily an upset, but Atlanta's not a pushover either. Houston putting Dirty Birds in the smoker. Okay.
Now you remember the defensive end that's going to be like a homecoming for him. So he's ready to show out.
Yeah, Anna says Davis was praising UNLV football team. Wish he could put that effort into the Raiders. Well,
Anna, knockout right there.
Yeah,
Bam!
Yeah, TKO. Yeah.
You said something about Wicked, so I put on Wicked by Chris Isaac, man. You're just giving me all sorts of material.
Mark does what's good for Mark, not necessarily the other way around. Carolina gonna go into Michigan to take on the Lions.
Big drop!
Yeah.
My God! Wait a second, you a-hole! Let me get my hat on!
I was waiting for you. So
I was still listening to Wicked game by Chris Isaac, UMC.
So Frenchie, you got the Panthers coming in this week, the 0-4 Panthers. You gonna go to sleep?
I don't even know what my hat looks like.
Well, we don't either, but that'll do.
Man,
so
I'm all effed up.
So
there you go.
You got
it looks somewhat. Is it okay? Is it presentable?
It's presentable.
For you, it looks fabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like that. No, I don't like this guy. But this guy is cool as hell. Bueno.
Thank you, John.
I love
maybe he should have his own show then.
He should have his own.
Actually,
he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. All right. So you got the toothless Panthers coming in. I don't even think this is a cat fight. I think this is just a mauling. And what are you gonna win by 30-10? I think it'll be 30-10.
Close. That's too close.
Too close for what?
That's the Falstaff score. Falstaff.
Well, who's your referee?
That's the second.
Your referee.
I don't know who the referee.
Well,
we'll pay him anyway.
It's Adrian Hill, so it's not going to be more than 30-10. And it's not going to be more than.
I need to talk to that bastard.
It's not going to be
got the memo.
It's not going to be more than 30-10 because that's the only that Fox only has 3 morning game. So if it's a blowout, they really can't take anybody anywhere except to Atlanta and Miami.
I got a blowout for you. It's
No,
over
I'm
at the
just saying.
Wild Dorking
I'm just saying
down in
it's
Stewart.
not going to be a huge blowout because of the crew that's there and also
Blowout.
the
Get it?
TV.
Wild Dorking.
I'm just telling you how.
Blowout.
I mean, NFL says it's not scripted, but
Yeah, it's
I
not.
beg to
It
differ.
is scripted.
Dallas is going to fly back home with another L in the books. That they are, and a big one. Jerry Jones will be kicking the chalkboard after that.
Yeah, we're gonna fly somewhere. I didn't. Instead of flying back home, I got my hat on and everything. It's Jerry World, baby. Y'all are just living in
all right,
Jerry's
so
world.
let's just skip ahead to Sunday night since Tex, you're already here.
I thought you said that you said to go Dallas.
Well,
I'm right on there.
I was just
Man,
making a
if you don't got your stuff together when you're giving me the cues, because I'm listening.
So you got a hold down in San Francisco. It's not going to end well.
I've had a couple
I
of
know.
hoe downs before. The hoes were down, they were up, they were everywhere.
Well, that's because it was New England. This is San Francisco, so it's a little
No,
different.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the hoe.
That was my comment as well. So it's a little different type this week than you had last week, if you get my drift. Because you got to go to San Francisco
and Dominican Republic. There's a bunch of hoes over, plus the stuff you have out in your yard.
So it's not going to end well for you, but that's really not going to hurt because you're going to probably be at best the number 3 seed anyway. I mean, really, when you look at this, guys, Dallas goes to San Francisco and beats the 49ers. That's going to be a huge thing all over everywhere. And Dallas will be not as good as everybody thinks they are. I don't think they'll beat the 49ers. And I don't think it matters because even though it's an NFC game, Dallas probably isn't in this thing on a tiebreaker situation that would give them the number 2 seed anyway.
Yep.
I think you got Philadelphia and San Francisco as the 1 and 2 seeds. So Dallas number 3 seed no matter what. So I don't think this game basically Dallas would hope to win this game. Dallas would hope to win this game, but what they want to get out of this game, not everybody, a whole bunch of people hurt. They got enough people hurt already. Okay.
We got some people out. You're talking about the hoedown. You're talking about the MASH unit that we got over there on the sideline.
Yeah, that's part of it.
We don't need no more people.
Well, no, because you got Trey Lance's on the roster now. So believe me, you don't want.
Well, we got a lot of good information from him. We know all the best places to eat and the ones to avoid.
That's about the only thing he's going to be able to give them. That's about the only thing he's going to be able to give them.
Yeah. Well, like I said, but the guy-on-guy content, if you're not into that, and a lot of folks, well, there are folks that are, I won't say anything about it because just like Jerry Seinfeld said, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But I'm just saying, for me personally, I want to avoid it. So there's places down over there in San Francisco, that we won't go to.
Copy that. So before the show goes completely off the rails, Tennessee going to go.
Oh, I think we're past
that.
Well,
we might be. Tennessee going to go into Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So Whiskey Jack, last week you beat up on the Cincinnati Singles. Now you got a division game in Indianapolis against the Colts. You got to win this one. I think the Colts are going to give you all you want, and I don't know if you get out of there with the win or not.
I thought we talked about this already.
You mentioned
okay, good.
It is a different accent. By the way, I got divorced to Becky, but she's still my sister.
I got Indy in this one.
Yeah, me too. What really? You're going to take the Colts? Yeah,
I'm taking the Colts, man.
And I don't think Taylor plays this week, but the Colts should win this game. They're the better football.
Is playing. I already got tickets for
Brokeback Cowboys. Yep. Yeah. Well, the 49ers might break their back. But
which Taylor you talking? I already got tickets to Taylor Swift when she comes to Nashville.
Oh, she's already in Nashville.
Talking about Taylor. Yeah, you better get your crap right there, red guy. I already told you I got the ticket.
That's why. Why do you think I'm retired? I don't have to put up with this anymore. New York's the Giants are going to go into Miami and get beat by the Dolphins. The only question will be by how much.
By how much?
We already talked to Coach B. The Saints are going to go into New England, and I think get beat by the Patriots. V, what do you see in this one?
I'm taking New Orleans in this one.
Really, on the road?
On the road, I think that defense will get to not Daniel Jones. the other Jones,
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Yeah,
I
you
think
got to
the
keep up with
defense-
the Joneses here.
Yeah,
baby.
with the Joneses, man, it's too many of these
I
cats.
saw no reason to keep him in the game further.
Well, we don't see any reason to
Well,
keep
we
you
talking
on
about
this
this.
show, but we keep doing it anyway.
I changed my hat. I didn't want to,
No, I
get all my
appreciate that.
pretty hat.
Yeah.
Get it
Well,
dirty.
it's not like we're going to
We
be
don't
on
get-
the cover of Maxim magazine anyway.
Yeah,
I will
no,
be, but you won't.
I've been on the cover of Playgirl
Mm.
because I'm just that sexy.
You're too sexy for
'Cause I am.
your hoodie.
I'm Coach Belichick.
You're too sexy for your hoodie.
Hey, don't talk to me about Frankie. He's a good friend of mine. When he went to Hollywood, he
Frankie?
stopped by.
Frankie.
Who's Frankie?
Yeah, Frankie goes to Hollywood. I'm too sexy.
Oh,
Oh,
You
gotcha.
guys don't know
that's
what
a
the hell
thing. I
you're
just
talking
made that
about.
up.
Mm.
Okay.
No, I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy, it hurts. Frankie
not old
goes
enough to
Hollywood.
remember all that.
Gotcha.
If you're gonna drop a cue, you better know what the hell
Okay.
you're doing.
I'm taking a
And Frankie went to New England on his way to Hollywood. He said, "Bill, this one's for you."
I'm taking the Patriots at home because Alex Kemp's the referee. How about that?
Ah, that's
Well, I,
Uh,
already got, I told you I got the game already. It's good.
Yeah,
We're good.
Baltimore is going to go into Pittsburgh and take on the Steelers. It's a Steelers team that is pretty banged up. Baltimore, you never know what Baltimore Ravens team is going to show up, right, guys? So I don't know what's going to happen here, but I guess you got to like the Ravens on the road. Tough place to play at the Ketchup Bottle, but I just think the Steelers aren't scoring enough points. They're 29th. Actually, they're tied for 25th. There's 5 teams that have only scored 62 points. Atlanta, Las Vegas, New Orleans, New York Jets, and Pittsburgh. So essentially they're tied at 25th. They're just not scoring enough points. Baltimore is
The Desert Raider, you're right, but actually Wright said Fred gave it to Frankie first, but Frankie says you go ahead and do it because I'm going to have another hit with Relax.
Fred saying that Frankie goes to Hollywood did Relax. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. I guess I'm taking the Ravens on the road.
Well, I'm taking Pitt at home. I think.
Woo!
Yes.
Wow.
I'm gonna pick Coach Tomlin is gonna.
I don't know, man. That clown they got calling plays on offense shouldn't have never got on the plane from Houston. I'm just telling you.
Mm,
What's the game? Pittsburgh and who?
Baltimore.
and Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Do you not read the
B-ball.
script? Yeah.
Baltimore. No, I it's over here.
I know. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, the Ravens are going to go into Pittsburgh play the Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers don't want the Ravens, not this week. See,
No,
I'm
they
looking
don't.
At the script. See,
No, I got it.
Telling me I don't see.
Oh, that is
It's
what it
right
says.
over
I'll
here.
be damned.
Exactly.
Who writes this stuff? The guy should be an Emmy.
It's some guy in a red shirt writes this.
That
stuff.
doesn't narrow it down, Cap. I mean, seriously, there's 3 of us on the show here. I mean,
You're the only one wearing a red shirt.
oh, okay. I guess that is me.
Mm.
See,
All right, Cap.
Don't
Who you
mess
going with?
me, man.
Pittsburgh?
I got my crap together.
Pittsburgh,
Against
Pittsburgh or Baltimore?
Steelers and Baltimore, and it's at Baltimore.
No, it's
No,
in
it's
Pittsburgh.
it's in Pittsburgh. Yeah,
Oh no, if it's in Pittsburgh, I'll take the Steelers.
Ooh, all right. I guess I'm the only one out there. The Bengals going to go into Arizona against the Angry Birds. This one's a total crapshoot. I mean, the Bengals
that's
are in
a
a
tough
must-win situation.
Yeah.
The Cardinals beat the crap pretty much out of everybody, even though they might not win. So I think
Yeah.
the Bengals are in for a fight. I just don't know if they're going to survive.
That and just that travel for Cincy. I'm taking Arizona in the Red Bird cage to just not dominate them, but squeak out a win at home.
If there's going to be a road team upset this week, though, V, this is going to be it.
It'd be Cincy.
Yep. You just mark my words.
Well, I'm gonna take the Birds.
No, I don't blame you. I'm just saying that out of all the games this week, if there's oops, we didn't see that coming game, that's going to be it. Because Cincinnati's in a must-win
We're
situation.
talking about Taylor Swift. We're not talking about Britney Spears.
Copy that.
2 different birds.
Oops, I did it again.
Yeah, I did it more than once.
I'm in there,
Philadelphia.
Man. I might not got the right guy, but I know the songs, people.
Yeah,
so,
you do.
Okay.
You do. You absolutely do. There's no doubt about it. Okay. Philadelphia going to go into LA and take on the Rams. This is a Rams team. It's just not that good. They're playing okay, but this is the Eagles team that's firing on all cylinders. I don't think it's the fact that it's a road game in a facility like SoFi is really going to bother Philadelphia at all. I think the Eagles come away with the win. What they don't want to do is have a bunch of people banged up.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think, I just don't
I'm going
see
to
the
take a
Rams in an
Philadelphia
upset
home
this
game.
week.
With a little bit of that tush push that they do.
Yeah, I just don't see the Rams in an upset this week at all. The Jets, I hope Richard Chase is still in here, but the Jets are going to go into Denver to take on the Broncos. There's no question everybody is not questioning the Jets' defense, but
No.
the Jets are just not scoring enough points. I like Denver at home, and I don't really think that's going to. I think it could be interesting game. I probably won't watch it, so to speak, but
I'm watching.
I mean, out of the afternoon games, I'm going to be watching Philadelphia and LA because I don't really care much about the Jets in Denver or Kansas City going to Minnesota. But I like Denver at home. I don't know, Cap. When you were on Wild Wild West, did you guys talk about the game this week against New York?
Yeah, actually, Richie had that he does like the 3-point stance, and it's supposed to be like maybe a minute and a half long. This guy had like I would say about a 10-minute dissertation. Great guy, but we're going like, does he know the rules about 3-point stance? Like maybe 90 seconds, 2 minutes at most. Great guy, great analytics. Richie stated that he actually likes the Jets because he thinks the Broncos suck.
But the Jets aren't scoring any points, man. I mean,
yeah, but the Jets defense can do something in Mile High because the Broncos offense ain't all that in a biscuit. So Richie called the Jet. I don't know if he's still in here, but Richie called it for a Jets win.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, but Denver's in the top 10 in scoring. Okay, top 10.
Really?
They're in the top 10 in scoring. They're number 10, and they're 1 point behind the Kansas City Chiefs. So I just don't see the Jets scoring enough points to win this game. So I'm not saying Richie Richey's wrong because I respect pretty much everything that he has to say. But I don't see the Jets figuring out how to win this game. Who's the referee for that? John Hussey.
Oh my.
Well, I mean,
hey, there was a stat. What go with what the stat says about? He said when John Hussey is the referee, the home team or the visiting, whatever that stat is, go with the stat.
Wow.
Well, I'm actually taking the Jets myself because of that debacle they went through last week. Salah's going to have them guys ready to rip.
I think he's going to be pissed.
Anna says Fox 5 is about to give an update on Garoppolo.
Jimmy.
I think he'll be out of concussion protocol, and I think he will play. That's my take.
Why?
Huh? Well, I don't have an answer for that.
I'm going to do my Nancy Kerrigan. Why? Why? Spot on.
That's all you got?
Myself.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Nancy okay, Kerrigan, I'm going to take Denver just because of the scoring. Let's see. And the Sean Payton factor. Nothing wrong with Salah, but he's got, what's his name at quarterback? I mean, Wilson may almost be the worst quarterback I've ever seen, ever.
But his mom is the hottest of all the moms of quarterbacks of anyone.
Really? I haven't seen his mom.
Yes.
Well, if that's all he's got going for him, he's going to lose in Denver.
That is all he has going for him, but that's a great thing to have going for you.
Okay. Kansas City going to go into Minnesota, take on the Vikings. Pretty much
compared to Kelsey's mom.
Yeah, no, I get that. We said last week that the Vikings are on a must-win situation now for about the next 6 weeks. I think that the Chiefs could go to sleep and lose this game, but I don't think they will. I just don't think the Vikings are all that. In fact, I have the Vikings queued up for being on the clock this week.
No, but the way you were doing it, the way you were kind of hinting at that.
I got the chefs going into Minnesota, making some minutes strong.
Yeah, and I think the reason why is because the Chargers are on a bye. We're in a must-game win against Green Bay. Denver will probably get the win against the Jets, which means we won't get any help.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
which is typical.
which is typical.
That's typical.
I mean, that's just how they want it to work.
What's up, Robert?
We talked about Dallas and San Francisco. If nobody has any changes there, I'm going with 49ers.
I got Niners.
Yep. And then we've got Monday night. The Packers are going to go into Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Brad Allen's crew, I think, is a pretty of all the crew. Look, none of the crews are
crew.
Yeah, I mean, of all the crews, this is the best one we could ask for on a Monday night against the Packers. I thought it was probably going to be Sean Hockley's crew, which would have been okay, but I'm happier, if you will, as Brad Allen's crew. I still think there could be problems with a couple of the folks.
Hockley, baby.
Sean Hockley.
Oh, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
Ed.
his guns are about a half-inch smaller than that.
Yeah, maybe. You know, his dad is only like 6 foot. Really,
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what his size. I mean,
no, I'm just
when
saying.
he goes
Everybody,
into the bar,
I know, but,
and say, "My name is Ed Hockley. See this? It's the gun show, baby.
okay.
It's the gun show."
Yeah.
And I'm a lawyer too.
Yeah, well, and he's got open carry, so I guess he can do that. So what are we looking for in this one? I think I'm looking for consistency from the offensive line. I think the issue for us, we got to get Jacobs going and we got to run the clock.
I'm hoping we don't kill ourselves with untimely play calling. I think we have enough talent to really beat up on Green Bay and really make a statement after that embarrassment Sunday.
Green Bay's number 11 in scoring.
I got a question, and this is for real, because I said on the Wild Wild West show yesterday, I said I think that the Raiders are a better team, than the Packers. And Coach Defense just gave me the bull crap eye from hell. I said, I'm sorry. I said I've seen the Packers play, and I've seen the Raiders play in spurts. You know, for what we can do, okay. And I was saying, and it's unbiased when I say this. I said, think the Raiders have a better team.
I agree with you.
I don't think that the Packers are playing all that in the business.
I agree with you,
especially under what's his nose.
And the fact that we're playing at home, it means that we should get this win.
Yeah, it's almost a must win too.
Well, essentially it is, but I agree with you, Cap, on those fronts, and I think that's why the Raiders really are the football pick. And I would agree with you.
It's love that Trey Lance is in Dallas now. Oh, did somebody say Dallas?
Wait a minute. But before we go there, Cap.
Yeah, Trey Lance is over here, Ed.
I didn't get it in there. So, Cap, Desert or either one, Desert Raiders in there. He says Tillery needs to be on a short leash. I agree. What do you think?
No argument on that one at all.
Like about this short.
Yeah.
Or maybe this short.
That's
or maybe
short.
this short.
Yeah.
I mean,
choke one of those choke collars.
There's been 4th and inches that it should be shorter than that. Yeah. Ed says McDaniels needs to clean up his play calling. I totally agree. His situational play calling is forked up. I don't know what the heck's going on in his head. If anything, maybe that's the problem.
He pulled a Pete Carroll last week when he threw the ball when he should have
ran it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it cost Carroll a Super Bowl.
It cost us a game.
Well, yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. Kicked a field goal with 8 minutes, or with.
We just call it getting cute in the old school. You get cute. You dance with who brung you. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So let's see. Oh crap! Hold on. For week 5, Cleveland, Seattle, Chargers, and the faux Pirates are on a bye. We'll start with what amounts to several bye weeks coming up. There'll be one, I think, in Thanksgiving week where everybody plays, but bye weeks are going to be a thing now. And for some teams, it'll help. For other teams, maybe not so much. So before we take off today, we got to put some buddies on the clock.
On the clock?
And what some buddies should be on the clock. If you want to wait another week for Cincinnati, I'm fine with that.
Mine's New England.
Yeah, I have in the queue Jets, Patriots, Bengals, and Steelers.
Jets. Yeah,
Now
I got the Pats then.
Vikings. You want the Vikings? Okay. So I like
Good
that.
one. Good one.
Woo! All right. So we're not doing Jets.
Give him a
No,
week.
not Jets.
Really?
Not yet. Not yet.
Give him a
You
week.
guys are killing me. All right. So
Not yet.
Minnesota. Anybody else?
I say Minnesota V.
I say Pats.
New England.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I think this is
Now you're
Bill's
going to pay
last.
for it.
Well, yeah.
Now
Well,
you're gonna
that's
pay
okay.
for it.
But
Why you want to be putting me on the clock, man? That just means I get more sleep time.
and you can
That's
get
kind of what we're hoping for.
you can get more time at the orchid. That's why. I'm looking out for you, Bill.
For the first time
I
ever.
like that guy. I like that guy. Okay, I'll take that.
Hey, all right.
More wild orchid
Woo,
ties.
we got to
man.
win. You know why we're putting V? You know why we're putting the Patriots on the clock?
What's that?
Because there's
Ooh,
no
Jimmy
sense in
G-string
leaving
is
them in
under-
the
still
schedule
under
any longer.
Yeah. I saw no need to leave him on the sky. You go. Perfect,
Yep.
bro.
Yep.
I like that. Anna says
I like that
Jimmy
too.
G spot.
Mhm.
Jimmy G spot's still under concussion protocol. You know what? I think that's a crock.
G string is still under concussion protocol. What?
I don't. What I'm saying
did he
is,
get
I
kicked in
think,
the balls or hit in the head?
I think that that's a crock because he wants to see more from O'Connell.
Yeah, and that's the way to
I
push
totally
it back.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one, Cap.
And then here's the thing is that if O'Connell does beat the Packers, then he's
Ooh.
going to have a real conniption on his hands.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. Aiden should get his second star, Willie.
I
There's
agree.
nothing
Willie, man.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with Jimmy G being the Earl Morrall of
There
the
you
Raiders.
go. For those of you, Google Earl Morrall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he need to get a crew cut though. And I don't
That ain't
think
gonna
Jimmy
happen.
G is, that ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen. No. Mm-mm.
I tell you what, if Jimmy G gets a crew cut, I'll shave my beard
Oh.
Uh-oh.
because I know that ain't
Uh-oh.
gonna happen.
It's on now.
Yeah.
Actually, I got him on speed dial. I'm going to call him right now.
Yeah, you
Mm.
call him.
Oh,
Yeah, and I want to see it because that ain't happening.
You don't think?
For a crew cut? on
No,
Jimmy
that I don't
G?
have him on speed dial. Jeez.
No, I'm just saying. You might have him on speed dial, but he ain't getting a crew
Hoya
cut.
the Destroyer. Let's go. No, please,
No,
Kev.
no, Kev.
Please,
Like I
Kev.
said, no. We know what we got with
No,
Hoyer.
we know.
Jimmy-
I don't, and I hate saying this. I don't want to see Hoyer all season long.
Yeah, I
Well,
agree.
only
All
in
season.
emergency.
That's a big emergency.
Well, but it could happen. I mean,
Yeah, stranger things have happened, but for both of our number 1 and 2,
right.
no, just see what we got with O'Connell because he's showing me some good stuff. Remember, he didn't get practice time with the firsts before they threw him into the mix.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
So
But there were comments last week in the show that, and they're still valid right now, that, preseason doesn't translate into regular season. And we're not just seeing that
True.
with AOC4, we're seeing that across the board with other
Across the
things as
board.
well. But I want to acknowledge that, our fans on the show know their football.
I
And that
love
was
them too.
and that
Oh,
was
yeah.
part of what they were saying last week. Adams didn't
Adams
practice
didn't
today, but he
practice.
says he's doing much better.
yeah, with that shoulder, that was a warrior to come back in that game.
Well, there's no question
Yeah,
about
he-
it.
Mad
And
respect.
like I said, if Jimmy G was playing, he wouldn't have come back into that game.
No, but and that goes
Ah.
back to what we said earlier about Deshaun Watson, which was my
Yeah.
understanding is he was cleared to play and whatever reason didn't by choice or whatever. And we don't know the whole story, so I'm not trying to frame that into something that's not.
Right.
But then you have Adams dinged up. It's not even. He's a leader on a team, but he's not the quarterback, and
Right.
comes back to play for his team
Right.
because we need to win.
Right.
The optics there just don't seem to match up. So
Mad respect for him, man, because he was literally hurt.
right.
So,
Yeah. I can cue what is it, John Lennon, whatever gets you through the night, it's all right.
DJ Jack
It's all right.
on the NFL Nation Live. Baby.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get your DJ hat or get one of those Mr. Microphone things. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have said that. What's
or,
coming?
or a disco shirt.
You want the Muslim beanie?
Well, there you
Uh-oh.
go. Huh. Are
I
you
got a kufi. You already seen the kufi. I got a Muslim beanie. What is better for a DJ hat? A kufi or Muslim beanie?
beats the hell out of me?
I would say the beanie's probably gonna look more street.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you see. That's why I asked, man.
Yeah.
So
Because I got
boys
my
in the hood
kufi
to me.
right here too.
Don't see Jimmy being healthy for many. Really? Wow. That's pretty serious then, if that's the case. But to Ed's point, maybe he's not alluding to this, maybe he is. That could just be their reasoning for not playing him because they don't want to.
They don't want to.
They don't want
Right.
to. You need a black Gatsby.
Gatsby. Oh well, yeah.
Well, is that like a
A Kangol hat? No, that's what the
a
Bengals
Kangol,
are going to
yeah.
be wearing in Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I need a somebody get me a black Kangol or a
You can
silver
pull that
Kangol.
off.
I'll wear that.
Spin it around a la Samuel L. Jackson, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah, no, that'd be
There you
cool.
go.
Yeah, we could like get a Capital One card and just go
Hey,
to
see,
town.
Kev got a DJ Rabbi Levy.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
Ooh. Now, see, the show's
Hey.
actually starting to pick up. O'Connell
look,
can throw the
no.
ball longer. That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
But remember the
He's actually more
Islamic
accurate.
beanie is different than a yarmulke.
Yeah.
This is a true Islamic beanie. They wear
Good to
this
know.
under the what is it? Crap, whatever they call the wraparounds. But
Yeah.
I got one of those too.
Okay.
You haven't seen that yet, and I can pull that one out.
Cap needs some.
Gazelles.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's going. Yeah, you in some gazelles, Cap? Oh man.
Hey V, if you find them, and I'm like about a 7, and I think it's like a 7 1/4. If it's like a size that you need, or we'll go out. Maybe we'll
these
go
are
out
glasses.
shopping.
He's talking about Lokes. Gazelles.
Lokes?
Oh man, that'd put you over the top. That's just me saying. But
I don't.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't
you'll have
care.
to find-
No, Kev,
you'll have to find-
send him a message,
Kev.
Kev. Send him a picture.
Yeah,
Send him a
send me
picture.
the hell with the picture. Send me the gazelles.
There you go.
I'm not sure where the show went off the rails, but okay.
Oh yeah. It's just,
Well, we're about an hour from kickoff.
Because I showed up.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Thanks
why.
everybody for joining us this week. We will be back next week for week 6, and we'll probably put somebody else on the clock. And
Oh, a grill.
Definitely
Yeah, that I know. Yeah, like a gold tooth.
yeah, paint one of
Gold
your
teeth.
teeth gold or black or something.
Well, I can get them from Jay, old Jay. That you know Jay with the because he had the grill that had Raiders on his gold
sure did.
teeth.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Thanks,
Appreciate
Ed.
you,
Appreciate
Jess.
it. Yep.
Thanks for that
Just get
info.
me send me the gazelles. I'll take. I ain't get my teeth are fine. I don't need because those mess up your teeth. So I'll just take the gazelles and a Kangol. Hey V, if you know where we can get I'll get a black Kangol. I'm a hat guy, as you can see.
I'll
get a
send you
black
the
Kangol.
info.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Red
No,
Guy.
it's
What
okay.
were you saying?
I'm just taking it all in, you know.
Hey man. Hey.
Nobody's getting ejected.
Nah.
So we're good. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this week's show. Really appreciate having you with us. We will be back next week for week 6 on
Yes,
Thursdays,
sir.
3/6. Man, enjoy some good football and go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Yeah!
Mhm.